Hey guys, it's Grant with Vigilance Personal Protection. Today I wanted to take a look at some products made by G-Code and Haley Strategic. These are the INCOG and INCOG Eclipse inside the waistband holsters. Some really great holsters made by a company that's been around since the mid-90s. So they were making thermomolded products before Kydex was even on the lips of most of the folks in the firearms industry. Nowadays just about everybody's making Kydex. Folks are making it in their garage. So these guys have been making it much longer and they know exactly what they're doing. They're very unique in that they use a different manufacturing method than simply folding over a sheet of Kydex and vacuum pressing it. Obviously they don't release the secrets to their method, but it's a injection molding using a CAD program. So very good stuff. They're also really unique products, not just because of the method of manufacturing, but they have a few different aspects to them that a lot of holsters don't have. And the first one that everybody notices is going to be the tactical fuzz. It's that material, kind of suede-like. It's going to be a synthetic laminate that they coat the outside of the holster with. It is very, very durable. I've been wearing this holster for every day almost for quite some time now, and that is the worst that's happened to it is right there on the mag caddy. You can see the material's been pressed down a little bit. No big deal. It certainly isn't going to tear or come off the holster. It does a really great job. So what this tactical fuzz does, first off, for me specifically, it increases the comfort. The material is just more comfortable than hard plastic. It also creates a friction between articles of clothing and surfaces of your body so that it moves with your body and with your clothing rather than against it. So that's a really nice feature. It also does not absorb any moisture like leather or suede would. That's a big bonus. And in some circles, I guess you could say it reduces the sound of things rubbing together, whatever the case may be. That's not as big of an issue for me, depending on who you are. The other thing that's really unique about these products is going to be the clips. So I'll admit, I, before owning a G-Code product, was very against any sort of belt clip. For me, it had to be a loop. It had to be a 100% complete circle with no break in it. And that's because I figured, well, if I wrestle around the ground, do a ninja roll, whatever the case may be, eventually a clip like this is going to come off my belt, or I'm going to draw the gun and the holster is going to come out with it. I am no longer a naysayer regarding clips, but only if they are Haley Strategic G-Code clips. These clips are not only incredibly secure and taut, but they also have a unique feature in that you can see they are canted. And what this does is it forces the gun back into your body to increase the concealability and retention. It's a fantastic concept and it does a really good job. You've also got these little tabs that make it easier to set the clips on your belt and remove them from your belt. So it's a little less of a pain to saddle up when you're putting your concealed carry rig on. They did a really good job with these clips. Now the tactical fuzz and the clips both have different options. Now you can get clips with 3 or 4 holes when you order a holster, and that just increases the ride depth or ride height. So if you wanted to carry an even deeper concealed mode, you would get the longer clips. And the tactical fuzz comes in several different colors. This is what they call slate blue, and this is just a gray, I think. They've got a black. They've got all kinds of colors. I know they also do limited runs with things like Cryptek and other kinds of camouflages or special colors, and you can get multicam, I think, at any time. The clips come attached to what they call the Mojo. It's a piece of machined aluminum, and it is a really, really unique feature of these holsters that I will get to here in a moment. So the first thing that anybody looks for in a thermomolded holster is going to be the fit and finish. How well does the gun fit inside? And that's why we want hard formed holsters, so that they have good retention and they hold the gun nice and snug without any issues. Well, these guys have mastered that. As you can see, these guns are not going anywhere. They're secure in there. Of course, like most Kydex or thermomolded products in the market today, they're going to have adjustable retention. As you can see with that screw, that's where you adjust your retention to get it just how you like it. But in spite of having fantastic retention, the draw stroke's very smooth, and of course you get that nice click that everybody loves to hear with a Kydex holster. Same case for this. This one's going to come equipped with the XC1 light on my Glock 19, and I've had Kydex holsters that had issues with retention because of the rather square shape of that light. Not a problem at all on this G-Code. They did a really good job. They also have really well-designed slip channels for things like raised sights, so that the draw stroke is smooth and you get the results you're looking for. Here is the Super Mojo with the belt clip removed. It's like I said, guys, this is so that you can adjust the angle of the clip by just lining it up with these different screws here. They come in like a dozen different colors, or there's just a plain brushed aluminum. So you just line it up however you desire so that you can get different cants. I think that would be particularly handy regarding the 5 o'clock carry, or if you wanted to carry it somewhere other than appendix. Personally, I think it's just fine, a straight up and down for appendix carry. But there again, guys, if you're going to remove this, you need to put Loctite on the screws when you put them back on. I did notice that G-Code put some Loctite on the screws from the factory, so excellent job. These holsters are extremely comfortable, not just because of this tactical fuzz material, but the way that the clips are angled, like I discussed, but also even things like with this mag Caddy, which is an option on the INCOG holster, the way that it flexes is designed to kind of move with your body, and that's a really good idea. I've never had any problems. I've worn both of these holsters for extended periods of time, 8-10 hours or even more, where I was either sitting or standing, or a combination of those for the whole time that I was wearing them, and I've never really had any issues. We all know carrying inside the waistband isn't the most comfortable method, but you know, with these, I've never had any real discomfort. Just like the weapon holsters, the mag Caddies also have adjustable retention, so you can get it just the way that you like it. One of the things that G-Code also brags about is being able to get a full firing grip on the handgun prior to drawing it. Everybody knows that's had any tactical training that getting a complete purchase on your handgun before drawing it is essential. And the way that they line the clips up on these holsters so that they're away from the grip, they're further inside, does a really good job of that. Now, regarding your method of carry and what kind of draw stroke you use, you know, there's other considerations for getting a full grip on the firearm, but as far as the equipment is concerned, it's not going to get in your way at all or hinder you from getting a purchase on the gun. They did a fantastic job with that as well. Now, regarding pricing, there's two different options. There's a quick ship, and then there's the custom order. The quick ship is going to ship in 2 to 3 days, but of course you don't have a whole lot of options regarding how you're going to set the rig up. It's just whatever they have available. And the custom is obviously in terms of the color of the holster, the tactical fuzz, if you have any attachments that they might not have readily available. And that can take between 6 and 12 weeks to ship out, which, you know, that's a long time, but you know, they make you aware of it on the website before you order. You're going to know how long it's going to take. So just understand that it's not going to show up in a week if you have a custom order. The quick ship did ship in 2 days, so I had this inside of a week. This Eclipse model was a quick ship. I think this one took about 7.5 weeks, and that was after an email with one of their customer service specialists who was extremely helpful. My wife and I were taking a class. I let him know, and he got this shipping expedited for me. So that brings me to another point about G-Code, and that's their customer service. Now, if you get on their Facebook or one of the many firearms forums out there, you're going to see a lot of complaints about G-Code's customer service and their lead times. So I wanted to address those. I did send an email to G-Code regarding the class that my wife and I were going to, and I did not receive a response at all. However, I tracked down the email to one of their individual customer service reps, and he responded and had my holster shipped inside of 2 days of my first email with him. So, you know, it depends on, you know, what you want to take from that. As far as the lead times are concerned, if you're just going to be, you know, one of those people who doesn't read or pay attention before you order a product, or you're not, you know, happy with it taking so long to ship to you, well, then don't buy it, I guess. That's the price that you pay for getting such outstanding quality. I don't have any problem waiting, you know, a few months to receive such a high quality product. So all said and done, the INCOG with the mag Caddy is going to run you about $112, and the Eclipse is a $75 or $80 for the quick ship model. The different Mojos with different colors, I think, add $5, and if there's any limited run Tactical Fuzz, that might be an additional price as well. For me, it shipped USPS priority mail for $15. That's pretty standard. And they did just a fine job packing it. It didn't come in a special box. It came in your standard Ziploc bag like you see a lot of these things come in. So, another option that G-Code offers, like most Kydex companies, is the height of the sweat guard. They did a really great job. I asked for a high sweat guard because these Trijicon HD sights on my Glock 19 will dig into me when I appendix carry. So I asked for that high sweat guard, and it covers them right up. Does a really good job. It is very comfortable. This quick ship, I think, is the mid-ride sweat guard. Nothing to it. Very well done. Good fit and finish. So in regards to the mag Caddy, obviously you can remove it if you don't order one with it. You can order this and install it retroactively just using these screws here. And then as you can see, there's going to be a way to adjust the ride height, different ride heights for the magazine. You know, with the Glock 19 magazine in there, the 15 round mag, there's really no problems for me whatsoever in regards to the ride height. It's definitely concealable and comfortable, no problems. I have, however, put a Glock 17 magazine in here, and that extra, you know, ½ inch not only was uncomfortable, but caused a little bit of printing of the magazine. Now, it was up in the navel area and looked nothing like a gun, so it wouldn't necessarily give away that I was concealed carrying, but it was just unusual looking. I didn't care for it, so I stuck with the 19 mag with my 19. I imagine that if I had moved the Caddy so that it was lower ride height, that may have alleviated that. Go ahead and show you some reloads with the mag Caddy attachment. Now, it's none of your business, but inert rounds. Very easy to access, right up front, comes out perfectly indexed. So I'll go ahead and show you how I put on the INCOG Eclipse with the Smith & Wesson shield in it. So it's like I mentioned before, still not a big fan of clips. These clips are more than acceptable. However, I still want that extra layer of protection. So I have belts that all have a strap that will go over that clip to make sure that it's not coming off. This particular belt is the SOE EDC belt, and it works pretty well for that. Now with appendix carry, for me it's always more comfortable to have the buckle over to the side. It doesn't stick out as much, and it's just more comfortable and allows you greater access to your firearm. There's no way that's going to print. I mean, this is loose clothing and it's dark, but even with some tighter fitting clothing, that's just, I mean, that's practically flush with my body. Now I have a bit of an extra investment than some of you guys, but still very concealable. Does a great job. So one thing that's really great about the INCOG Eclipse model specifically is that with the one clip design, it does move a little bit. And that's a good thing, because especially with these smaller handguns that you want to have more concealable, or when you're wearing tighter clothing, is that you want it to be able to kind of move with your body. Once again, the tactical fuzz really comes in handy there, so it's not slipping all over the place, it just kind of moves with your body. So it's very comfortable when you're sitting down or getting in and out of the seated position, things of that nature. Now for your standard INCOG model with the mag caddy attachment. So once again, wearing my SOE EDC belt, start with the buckle undone. I'm going to add the first clip in underneath that strap, and the second clip in so that the strap is going to go right on top of it, and then just buckle the belt. Still going to be over to the side. Very easy to do, very quick, very comfortable, super concealable. You know, even for a guy like me, like I said, with that extra investment, not a problem. So G-code holsters really are some of the best holsters on the market. I really can't find too much negative to say about them. The only caveats being their high price, somewhat long lead times, and depending on your take on their customer service, it might not be the best. But you know, G-code's not paying me anything to say something nice about them. All the G-code products I own, I bought and paid for with my own hard-earned money, and they're just some of the favorite products that I use in concealed carry. So hopefully this helped you make a decision if you were on the fence about buying a G-code holster. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I plan to do a review on some of their other products, including their RTI system, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a rapid transition interface that allows you to switch back and forth between different items on these brackets that can be MOLLE or belt mounted. Thanks again, guys. This is Grant from Vigilance Personal Protection.